All right, let's talk about one of the biggest decisions facing a lot of Canon shooters right now. We've got two cameras that, believe it or not, share the exact same heart, but they have completely different bodies and, wow, very different price tags. We're putting the super lightweight R8 up against the pro-grade R6 Mark II. The big question is, what does that extra $1,400 really get you? Let's dive in and figure it out.
Okay, let's just start with the most shocking thing right off the bat. Despite that huge price gap, the core of these cameras, that beautiful 24-megapixel full-frame sensor, is literally the exact same. I'm not kidding. That means if you've got plenty of light, the picture you get from the R8 can be identical to the one from the R6 Mark II. So that really makes you wonder, right? What on earth are you paying for?
And yeah, that leads us right to the $1,400 question. The most immediate, obvious differences have nothing to do with the final image, but everything to do with the price you pay and the camera you're actually going to be carrying around all day.
First up, the wallet. The R8 comes in at just over $1,000, which is just an incredible price point to get into full-frame photography. The R6 Mark II, on the other hand, well, it's a professional tool and it's priced like one at $2,500. We're talking more than double the cost. That is a serious jump.
The next thing you'll notice is the weight. The R8 is a total featherweight at 461 grams. The R6 Mark II feels much more substantial in the hand at 680 grams. Now you might see those numbers and think, what's the big deal? But that's almost half a pound heavier. So what does that actually feel like when you're out in the real world?
Well, trust me, that 219-gram difference is massive for anyone who's on the move. If you're a traveler, a street photographer, or you just like to have your camera on you all day, the R8's light body means you're less tired and it's just a way more fun experience. It's the camera that you're way more likely to just grab and take with you.
Okay, now we need to talk about what is, arguably, the single biggest technical difference between these two. It's a feature that for many photographers justifies the entire price gap all on its own. I'm talking about in-body image stabilization.
So here's the deal, and it's actually pretty simple. The R8 has absolutely zero stabilization built into its body. None. You have to rely on your lenses having stabilization. But the R6 Mark II, this is where the magic happens. The sensor itself actually moves inside the camera to counteract your handshake. This means that every single lens you put on it, brand new or a 50-year-old vintage piece of glass, is suddenly stabilized.
And just how good is that stabilization? This one number tells you everything you need to know. 8 stops. That is a truly mind-blowing amount of shake reduction. It feels like magic when you use it. But what does 8 stops actually mean when you're taking photos?
In the real world, it means you can take handheld photos in really dark places at shutter speeds 256 times longer than you normally could, and you'll still get a sharp shot. It is a complete game changer for shooting in low light. You can keep your ISO low and clean, and you don't have to carry a tripod for situations where the R8 would just give you a blurry mess.
But stabilization isn't the whole story. That extra money also gets you a whole bunch of other features that are all designed for a professional workflow. These are the tools built for speed and reliability, for those times when you absolutely cannot miss the shot.
So let's just quickly run through the major upgrades here. With the R6 Mark II, you get double the battery life, which is huge. You get dual card slots for instant backups. You get almost 5 times the autofocus points for way better tracking. You get a faster shutter speed for shooting in bright sun, and for the filmmakers out there, you get raw video, which gives you so much more flexibility when you're color grading.
And you know, let's just stop and talk about those dual card slots for a second. If you're a working pro, say you're shooting a wedding, a concert, any event that can't be repeated, having an instant backup of every single photo isn't a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. Memory cards can and do fail, and having 2 slots is the professional peace of mind that saves you from a total disaster.
The battery situation is just as straightforward. The R6 Mark II gives you 580 shots per charge. That's exactly double the R8's 290. For a long day of shooting, whether you're traveling or covering an event, that just means less time worrying about your battery dying and more time actually focused on getting great shots.
So, after all of that, how do you make the choice? It really all comes down to taking a good, honest look at what kind of photographer you are and what your work truly demands from your gear. So, who should buy the Canon R8? Well, you should get the R8 if budget and value are your top priorities. It's also for you if you need a super light camera for travel or just for carrying around every day. If you mostly shoot in good light and you're a hobbyist or a content creator who isn't worried about a card failing, the R8 is an unbelievable deal. It's a total home run.
On the flip side, the R6 Mark II is for the working professional or the really serious enthusiast. If you're shooting sports, wildlife, or anything that moves fast, if you need the absolute best low-light performance thanks to that amazing stabilization, or if you need professional-level reliability from dual card slots and a bigger battery, then the R6 Mark II is without a doubt the right tool for the job.
At the end of the day, the choice really boils down to this. The R8 is the king of portability and value. The R6 Mark II is the king of pure capability and reliability. Remember, the image quality at the core is the same. You're just deciding what kind of tools you need wrapped around that amazing sensor.
And so that really just leaves one final question for you to answer. What's more important for the pictures you want to take? Getting that amazing full-frame quality and a lightweight, budget-friendly camera, or investing in a professional powerhouse that is built to handle any challenge you could possibly throw at it? The choice is all yours.